And welcome to Racing Series Formula 1 League. Tonight it's Division 5. Myself tonight is RSF1 Raikkonen, and joining me for this great British Grand Prix he's back as his old name now, guys. It's RSF1 Brundle. Hi, Brundle.
Hi, I'm also back after appearing last night, and I'll be here again tomorrow and on Thursday. So get used to my dulcet tones, because and if you don't agree with them, if you don't like them, then tough. You're gonna have to handle it. But hi. Bit of a lower number than usual tonight, Raikkonen, but I'm sure they'll still provide a good race.
Hopefully, or we could have some mixed conditions and everything like that. So only 13 drivers tonight, guys. Unfortunately, there are 7 drivers out of their seats tonight for other arrangements, which is fine. Everyone has a life. Probably football on or something somewhere. Saddos. But hey-ho. It is what it is. We'll make do with what we've got. Right, anyway, let's have a recap of the championship. Let me just log onto my laptop there, guys, whilst I bring up the championship standings, because I'm running a little bit behind. But hey-ho, one of those things. Well, we can talk constructors at the moment. At the moment in Division 5, McLaren are in the lead with 207 points. That's a 10-point gap ahead of AlphaTauri with 197 in second. Alfa Romeo with 179, they're in third. So Alfa Romeo climbing up the division, up the constructor tables in the division. So hopefully that will go into that overall constructors effort to try and defend their title. Ferrari in F5 are currently sitting in third, with 161 points. Williams, the old Sensodyne machines, are in fifth with 140 points. You've got then Mercedes, so the Sensodyne bots are ahead of the actual works team themselves. First time for everything in Formula 1, isn't there? Especially in this hybrid era. Mercedes there on 6th place with 81 points. Red Bull, the Hondas, they're on 57 points in 7th. The Racing points, again, so they're not having a good season in Division 5. They're on 34 points, sitting in 8th. Haas in 9th with 33 points, and Renault with 32 points down in 10th. So, okay, I did see a couple of cars coming out on track. It's the Alfa Romeo and
Ferrari.
Ferrari,
Jamie.
So 2 slow engines coming around the track. Right.
News from Hippo Man, who is Harold Dean here, Raikkonen. Apparently the weather is spicy. I don't know what he means exactly by spicy, but I presume...
I think we've got some mixed conditions coming in, so it'll be great. Anyway, let's talk about the new F1 update anyway, because there is an update, believe it or not.
Another one? Surely not.
Yes, there is. So we've had some livery updates, and apparently now also the McLaren drivers' uniforms have sorted themselves out as well, because if you noticed on the podium, the McLaren's logos went a bit
Yeah. Didn't really notice it myself, to be honest, but yeah. Actually, biggest thing for me, Raikkonen, was actually the fact that there's a little bit of a problem that we've been having lately, is the fact that at the end of the session, when you're on an out lap and you're able to complete a lap even though the session is clearly over, apparently you can't do that anymore.
They've fixed that one.
Yeah.
They've fixed it,
which is good.
We'll put it to the test later on. Anyway, quick recap of the Drivers' Championship for F5. Now I've got it up on my screen. At the moment, RSF1 Scotsman is in the lead with 141 points for his Alfa Romeo team there, so I'm sure that Alfa Romeo and Toto Wolff will be very happy there. Daniel P45 in the AlphaTauri still holds on to second place, but is starting to trail behind RSF1 Scotsman. He's now 34 points behind first place there.
Jesus. Sorry, Scotsman sideways through turn 1 and 2.
Oh, interesting.
I had a really horrible moment of him. He's going to retire out of this, even though there's 13, and they all should be going through unless they crash.
They should take it easy, kind of thing.
Yes.
Anyway, back to the Drivers' Championship. Anyway, Jessie Racer, the young gunner, the young lady herself, the challenger coming from halfway, well, midpoint from not midpoint, but didn't start off the season with us. She's now up into third with 98 points, so she's making her presence very well known in Division 5. And can she catch the championship leader, or has the championship leader got the consistency just to keep that gap alive?
Scotsman again. I carried on watching Scotsman again. Again, he was sideways for the old turn 1.
Okay.
I'm nervous around Scotsman. I don't like this. Sorry, carry on.
Just relax. Anyway, Timmer, he was second last week, but now has dropped down to fourth with 90 points in the AlphaTauri. So that's him trailing there behind the top three there. But maybe later on in the season he can get form back and get back up there. Ted first in the Ferrari with 88 points, sitting in fifth. RSF1 double, first season in league racing at all, and it's Stidgen's younger brother. He is in, hang on, I've got no order in it, sixth in the Ferrari. So he's doing well for his first season. One Tribal in the Red Bull in seventh with 50 points, and McCracken in TSRC Rogue. Both Williams drivers.
Road crash.
Level on
Road
points.
crash,
Oh no! On the start, finish straight as well.
Guys, there's a car and racing line. There's a car and racing line. Move. Thank you. Right, yeah, they're all good.
Oh, and there's
They're all
tons
good.
of
They can see
debris
it.
anywhere. Hopefully they don't get no punches on that.
They don't run sin damage, they'll be
and-
alright.
I'm adding spice to it, bundle. And then Force Manure, he is behind TSRC Rogue in the Renault with 32 points, and I think that's the top 10. That'll do for now for the old championship standards. Guys, if you want to have a look at the championship standards, please go onto our website, www.racingseries.f1.com. Remember that site, guys, it is live and it is a cracking site. Got to thank Onka, Timmer, Nike, and all the guys, and Junior as well, for making this website possible. It is such a good website. Have a look at it. Anyway, looking at times now. So Scotsman at the moment, he's set a 1:26.2. So whether he's pushed that hard or just took it easy,
That's the lap that had two slides that made me gasp. So there's more time in
okay.
there.
That made you potty clenched, did it? Okay, kabuki.
Oh, Hippo man. No. Raikkonen, he's fooled us. I think he's fooled us. Unless he's doing a double bluff. Because he said, by the way, the weather is hot. That's why I described it as spicy. We thought spicy meant interesting.
Oh, well, he might be double bluffing this. You never know.
Yeah,
It is Silverstone.
Ted is 25
Ted
now.
first.
See, I called him
Okay.
Tedist.
It's Ted first because it's number one.
But one can sometimes be an I.
Yes, very true. Ted first, Tedis, can't go wrong. Being Tedis.
Isn't Locker having his first race tonight? I believe he
Oh,
went from a
yes,
reserve to a full time.
Yeah, RSF1 Locker did go to reserve point way through the season and is now back in a racing point. Will this car bring him better luck? Don't know. How old do you know at the moment? He was on a flying lap, and where is he at the moment? On track. Let's bring my track map up.
Oh, do we say the reason why that Locker's in racing point?
Well, it's put two and two together. Driver's left the league, and he's taken the point.
Yeah, cool. At least we all know that. We're all on the same page.
Anyway, so what is Harodinio 7283 going to be able to produce on his two-lap old softs around Silverstone as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's now, and then up through Chapel. Chapel's always the corner that catches me out. That's the Ferrari getting out of the way there of the Haas. Comes flat out through, or sixth gear through Stowe. Oh, he's dropped out of the lap.
Oh,
Okay.
this is just practice at the end of the day. I mean, Orphan has joined us. We're now up to a heady number of 14. But still, everyone should all go through, apart from Rogue. They just had to set a time. I have seen in the past, Raikkonen, that if you don't set a time in Q1, you go through, but then
go out.
no, but then the game like demotes you when it gets to
Right.
the end of Q3. So you have to set a lap time basically to stop it from being confused,
Okay.
even if it's like a really slow lap time. Anyway, but Rogue is definitely out because he's crashed. So
Yeah.
it's a shame to see.
Okay. Right, let's see who we've got out on laps. Right,
Orphan.
so anyone on an out lap? Orphan, oh, Stars Orphan on an out lap.
He's on a lap. Huh?
In mode 0.
Oh, it confusing me because it doesn't say outlaps next to his name, but it said, yeah, it's an outlap.
Maybe it's on an in lap, out lap. Well, I'd say that is definitely a slow lap because at the moment
3
3
minutes,
minutes
yeah.
47.
I'd only just
So
noticed that.
Something's happened there. Right.
Daniel's gone
I'm
to
interested
third on
to
the
see what the
26.3.
I'm interested to see what Jessie Race is going to pull out of her sleeves tonight. I do believe she crossed the line first last week at Austria, but no, did she? No, she didn't. I can't remember. It was last week. I slept since
She did, then got demoted.
then. Oh yeah.
Pre-race penalty, I
Okay.
believe.
So, Styles off and starts his flying lap as he's just now come flying around Abbey and Farm Curve and into Village and then through the loop now. Gone a little bit scruffy there as he comes up towards Aintree, but Aintree came out flat out through the first DRS zone of the track. A little bit weavy there from Styles Orphan down the Wellington Straight, and as he comes up now to Brookman, braking just after the 50 metre board there. Ugh. And then around Luffield and Woodcote flat out corner as you go up the old start finish straight as you head up towards Cops now. Cops, sometimes you have to lift off, depends on your setup. What you can do, you lift it off. Yeah, he has a little bit tipsy there through on the throttle as he comes now through up towards Maggots and Beckett's now through Maggots. Flat out through the first section. Oh, that Racing Point does not look like it's enjoying that. And then through Beckett's and now Chapel Corner coming up. Or Chapel Curve, sorry, and then down the Hanger Straight, under the bridge now. Open your DRS and use whatever remaining ERS as well you've got remaining. 6th gear through Stowe. Through to Vale, and then here comes the club section. Last part of this. Whoa, a little bit of oversteer there from Styles Orphan as he comes around now from club. Gone a little bit wide, would have lost time. 130.4. That was a bit of a scruffy lap there.
That was a very rough lap. As you were saying, that Force India did not look like it was on rails.
Well, hang on. There she is in her tango machine. What's she going to do? Let's keep an eye on it. I'm not going to follow the lap, but interesting to see. She has definitely set the fastest Sector 1 there.
Let me check that. I want to check that. 27.2. 10th up on Tedis this time because he set a 27.3 middle sector.
Yeah, so she's definitely on. Jessie Race has definitely got that McLaren right for her. And to be honest, the McLaren is a good car to drive. Last game, my first season was the McLaren. I had an epic season in it, and then afterwards I got an Alfa Romeo and a Ferrari, and this year I'm in an Alfa Tauri. Alfa Tauri I'm getting on with, but the Ferrari and the Alfas, I just didn't. I don't know, something about them. Although I am an avid Ferrari fan, as anyone knows. Oh, Jessie's invalidated on her first attempt.
Oops.
Unlucky. Lincoln Dave as well, and the other Tango bot as well. He's just now coming around Sector 1. Yellow flag there in Sector 2, just on the Wellington Straight by the looks of it.
Both McLarens invalidate their first attempt, which is what I said yesterday. The track limits are, quite difficult to manage. Can get on top of you
They
if
are
you're not.
somewhat more trickier on this game.
Yeah.
A lot more stringent as well. I have noticed they are a lot more stringent.
Yeah. Good thing about this circuit is though, if you invalidate your first lap, you can go again on your fuel and ERS. It's not a draining sort of lap. If you've set it so that you have 2 laps of fuel.
Yeah, Jessie Race, it looks like she's having another attempt as she comes through Maggots and Beckett's now. Oh, there's a Mercedes going to get in the way, but she might be able to take a cheeky slipstream down the Hanger Straight. No, she's too quick for that one. Opens the DRS and set the fastest Sector 2 there, or 102 there. I didn't quite catch that, or 102.497 I think. And then through Stowe, yeah, it's Stowe, and then down Vale, and then into Club. Hard on the brakes now.
It's
Nice
a good lap.
exit there, and then nice. It looks a very tasty lap, but 126.0.
Well, that was going to smash Ted. Yeah. It's time. Tedists. There we go.
Tedists, Ted first, whichever you want to call it.
No, I was trying to say Tedists time quickly, and it wasn't working for me. So Lincoln Dave didn't manage to set a time because he validated both of them, and this is what I was saying about the thing, because he should go through anyway, even though he hasn't set a time. But
yeah, he's got time to come out in the pits though on the same set of tyres.
I hope he does though.
He's probably getting refuel and re-energised.
Paperman, I don't believe you anymore. I don't believe you anymore, you saying that. Especially the fact I do not see a single cloud, not there's one or two clouds in the sky.
Yeah, but come on, Brundle, you know how fast this game changes its weather conditions.
I know.
Yeah, Lincoln Dave's coming out for another run.
Good.
Yeah, he's using the same set of tyres. Don't need to worry about wasting your tyres. Save your tyres for where it matters in Q2 and Q3. So, Stars Orphan though. He's throwing that to the wind and saying, right, I want to use my fresh softs. So,
fair enough. Someone said this. Someone said this the other day. Sorry, a bit off topic. Well, no, it's on topic, but different topic. Oh, Orphan. Not having. He's not at one with his racing point, I think, tonight. Struggling a little bit. Is it weird to say the fact that we're only 4 races away from Singapore? The seasons have gone very, very quickly.
Well, let's face it, we've had a lot going on this season. Coronavirus, and it has been pretty hectic, and people's minds and things have been a little bit over the thing. And we've not really had much to think about with all the changes and everything that's happening, because obviously the real life scenario out there is somewhat different. So Stars Orphan at the moment is going to start a flying lap. But I am interested to see what Lincoln Dave can do, because Lincoln Dave as well, he's a very good qualifier, I've noticed. Very good qualifier. But, Brundle, do you want to take us around with Stars Orphan?
Okay, going through turn 1 and 2 keeps the car planted as possible. Oh, Andy Hughes going to join as well, so we've got 15. Whoop. Heading down in through turn 3 and 4. Got to keep the car as consistent as possible through the speed through turn 5. I don't know the corner names as well as you do. A little bit as he heads into turn 6, I think. Then through turn 7 onto the old front straight. Looks a slightly better lap time this time. Let's head onto the old, down into old turn 1. Alright, let me get our force manure back in.
Now coming through Maggots and Beckett's now. Sorry, I'm just eating a bit of carrot cake. Opens the DRS. Up on time by 1.2 seconds. Down the hanger straight and towards Stowe. Down Vale. And then approaching club, brakes just after the 100-metre board there, down into second gear. Keep it nice and tight for the entry of the corner, and then widen out to open up the last turn now. Through across the line, and that's a lot better from now.
27.9.
Yeah, and it's not that I know track.
Lincoln, set a valid lap, please. Sorry, he's invalidating his third lap.
I have it on my laptop in front of me with the track map with all the track corner names on it.
Right, Lincoln, for the love of God, just set a lap. Just set like a 2 minute 30 or something. I don't care how quick it is. Just set a lap. So I'm very nervous. I don't know whether it will happen, but I've seen it before.
Right, so Haroldinho out on track, just getting some track time, I reckon. Lincoln Dave, pressure's on Lincoln Dave. Can he, or can he not, set a valid lap?
Next season, Raikkonen, here's a question for you. And question in the chat if you're listening. I presume they're listening. Might not be. But obviously, already halfway gone this season. So thoughts may be coming to next season, especially if, like myself, you're not having a great season. Is there any particular car that you want? Do you want the same car that you've got now? or do you want something different, or something? I say
I want
better
something
if you
different.
don't like it.
I do want something different. Don't get me wrong, because it would be nice to be in one of the top three, as the top three. You know, even Ferrari, Ferrari, Mercedes, or Red Bull. All right, okay. At the end of season 2 last season, I did manage to
Well
jump
done,
into the
Lincoln.
Ferrari, but I wasn't able to sit down and get used to the Ferrari kind of thing. But every other time it's been like a midfield team, which I've had fun with the midfield teams, don't get me wrong. But it would be nice to be a member of, like, say, I've driven for the top three.
Fair enough. I don't want Williams. I'm saying it
You
now.
don't want Williams?
I'm saying it now. I don't want Williams.
Why not?
I know it's equal cars. I get that, but it's not gelling with me, the Williams this season. Really isn't. Like, I had what did I have last season? Ferrari last season. Didn't like the Ferrari. Don't like the engine. Don't like the Ferrari engine on this game either. I'd love, like, either Honda engined or Renault engined.
Honda power!
Yeah.
That's it, guys. Everyone's through apart from TSRC Rogue, who sets no time.
Unfortunate there from Rogue. Looked like a weird accident.
Probably coming out the last corner.
Haldinho.
Low on the rear wing.
Haldinho saying he wants Aston Martin. Next game won't be out next season. We're finishing this season as next year begins, I believe. Give or take a week. I'm correct in saying.
Yeah, obviously we've still got to decide yet whether we're breaking during the Christmas period or not.
But obviously next year will be a next season, and we'll still be on this cycle of game easily. At the very least, so yeah, kind of the current cars at the moment, Haldinho.
And also as well, you've got to think about it. Next game as well. Is it going to be? Are we going to be all switching over to the new consoles, or are we still going to be on the One X's or the ones? Because do the ones and the X series, the series, or S series or X series, cross-platform?
I don't believe they do, but I'll be very, very surprised because I know where you're going with this. Like next game, where it's just going to be on the next gen consoles. I'll be very surprised if that's the case. I'll be very sad because for me, I'm not getting the next gen console. I don't see the point. I get it. They're faster. They're better. La di da di da. But the money, especially in the situation.
I'm getting one. I'm getting one.
Yeah. But for me, it's the money. It's this, especially the situation right now. It's not worth it. Really isn't worth it. I'm still on an Xbox One. It works perfectly for me. Yeah, done me no wrong. So I'm still happy with it. Okay. I'll be very, very surprised if F1 Codemasters or whoever makes it, I presume Codemasters, I'll be very surprised if it's just next-gen exclusive. They will lose a lot of their fan base. And let's face it, their fan base is not great to begin with. Like, think of it this way, FIFA haven't done it. And FIFA's a lot bigger.
Yeah, I get that. Well, the consoles are not out yet, so we don't know what's going on yet. We don't know whether they're going to be on like the same OS platform, because the Xbox One series, I've been getting a lot of updates recently.
Forza 8 is a next-gen exclusive, but they have announced that Forza 8 is not coming out until, 3 years from now.
Wow.
So they've given people time in advance to like prepare, or so on and so forth. They understand the climate. That's what I'm saying. It'll be a huge gamble to do.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Brandon.
Yeah.
Evening, guys. How is the quality of the stream out there as well? Let us know any problems, like fireworks in my microphone, like that sometimes happens, and I will do my best to sort it out. Right, Kabuki is first one on the flyer.
Validated
straight away. Yeah. Cracking start.
Who's next behind him?
The Locker.
He tires as well. Is it
Right.
Wellington this straight?
It is the Wellington Straight.
It's Wellington straight. I'm getting it right.
Wellington.
See, I don't have a track map in front of me, and I just, thing is, I've done a 12-hour race around here. I should know all the corner names. I don't.
Tisk.
I know. Right, here comes Locker. Old turn 1. Turn the car in. Is he going to lift off? Oh, a little bit of confidence lift. It's alright. Havildinho is
there in
left.
the tracing point.
Yeah. Mags and Beckett's flat for sections. Break down for the third to get a good exit on the exit of the section. He does so. Also have a 27.1 on the softs. And then end of the hanger straight, turn the car in. Again, the car can very easily.
Did you just see that?
What?
One-handed through Stowe.
Oh?
He was doing like the avatar of his driver and everything like that. He was turning off the RS and literally he was turning one-handed through Stowe.
Nice
lap there from Ted first.
Saldinho. 26.888. Win 666. Yeah, good lap though.
Got someone there with 120. Oh, we've lost the host.
That's the problem.
Right, it is migrating host. Let's just see.
It migrating host on you, it's not on mine.
It had migrated the host, so I think it's already migrated the host and we're still going. We'll keep with it for now.
Is there a thing on your timing page of Scotsman's lap just constantly going up?
Going up,
Oh,
up, and up,
jeez.
yeah.
It's going wrong. Going so wrong. Wait, where's Scotsman?
Oh, Toxic is the see what person, so okay, fair enough. Right, okay, so guys, we have got, well, we have had a little bit of an issue here. We have lost the lobby host, but at the moment the lobby seems to be stable right now. We can see at the moment Scotsman time going up.
In the pits though, so...
Okay, well, Toto, it's not a problem. It happened last week as well, apparently, so we'll just leave it as it is. Lobby seems stable at the moment. As soon as we start... Yeah, unlucky there. As soon as we start seeing signs, if we start seeing any signs of lobby instability before the race, we'll make a decision.
I tried to invite Scotsman, but I couldn't, so... Either joining, I guess? Let me try again.
We are joined by the old lobby host. Yes, sir.
Now I can.
Yeah, we're... Yep. No worries.
You're currently on a 3-minute 27.
Can you let us know who the new host is, please? Thanks. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Easy. Bye. Okay, so we're now aware of the new host, so at the moment the connection seems to be rather stable. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Kabuki is still yet to set a lap. Two lap old softs there he's currently running on. So Jesse Racer, she is currently sitting in the pits. Right, tyre strategy, Brundle. You were saying to me earlier, hard is not an option.
It depends. As always, I think with this game and this calendar and the way the hard tyres are, is whether you can cope with the hard tyres. I don't recommend them. They were awful for me on Sunday when I went on them. It was a bad idea. But going by last night, I think the preferred strategy is, if you can do it, mediums to softs. Because Dangerous Dan yesterday was absolutely like a rocket ship on the softs at the end of the race. Obviously, safety cars had a little bit to do with it. But key thing is, qualify in mediums, get through to Q3 on the medium tyres, and then stick with leaders and be as consistent as possible, and then you reap the benefits. So, soft medium, medium soft, basically.
Okay, soft, medium, soft, so sticking with the two soft compounds of the thingy. Right, okay, so Scotsman has finally back, and he's on a 5-minute outlap.
I'm curious of what is going to happen when he crosses the line.
It should reset itself, fingers crossed.
Should.
If, the game
This is a new one. I've got to admit, this is a new one. Jamie.
Ooh, Jamie there with a 1:26.321 on the mediums.
Very nice. And his time just gone down. I'm still looking at Scotsman's time. It went down and then it's...
Oh, yeah.
It's gone up. What's going on? Aldino's invalidated on his medium run, so we have to go again.
Yeah. Right, so Stars Orphans coming out for a medium run. Jessie's out on a medium run as well. She's just ahead of Source,
who's on an in lap. I'll just set the 27.1 on the medium tyres, which is a solid lap, but he blitzed on Jamie. I'm kind of surprised about that lap time.
Yeah, absolutely. But it 27.1, 26.8. Jamie's got some pace there. Or did Tedist drop off a little bit?
Might have done.
Quite possible. Jessie Race there's invalidated her in outlap.
Watson's back in the pits after all that. And his time is now gone.
Pit count has fixed itself. Right, Jessie Racer on the mediums now as she comes round the first corner, which is...
At least we got competition next to Jamie, because I was kind of worried about that time, but very good lap from Jessie. She was 2 tenths down on the first and second sector on Jamie's lap.
Oh wow,
then
so
got
she
it,
made all the
got
time
it all
back up in sector 3.
3 tenths and more in the final sector. And then Jamie puts in the chat, which is not highly recommended, I would say. He said that lap wasn't great, to be honest, was second lap on the mediums.
Yeah, but hang on, Jessie Racer seems to be going on another one, and at the moment she's 3 tenths up on sector 1.
Yeah.
So just keep on board with it. This could be a very, very spicy lap. She's still wrecking the lap. Oh no, she's gone round. She's gone round at Maggots and Beckett's.
Did she hit the wall, or...?
No, she's fine.
Whoa.
Luckily there's a lot of runoff area there. Jeez. Evening, Mr. Hush. Nice to see you, sir. Wow. Unlucky there from Jessie. I think she pushed a little bit too hard.
Right, so who's in danger? You've got Orphan on the cusp. Daniel, Scotsman and Haldini out of the zone.
Locker's just retired from the session, so he's happy with what he's done at the moment. So is Forcemanera as well. So they've set their strategy. They're starting on the mediums. Right, Scotsman. He's got one chance and one chance only. And it's Alfa Romeo through Maggots and Beckett's. A little bit shaky there as he's a little bit through that whole section. Over to the RS now around Club Curve. Oh, nice sector 2 there. Flat out down through the hanger straight and into Stowe now, braking at 50 metres into 6th gear. Nicely riding on the apex and kissing on the exit as you come down Vale now into Club. This is where all you lose or make the time through this sector. Ted first, Ted's gone fastest.
Scotsman, 2 tenths quicker than Jamie and Jessie on the same tyre. Very nice. And 1 lap as well.
Duffer Lump! Evening, sir.
Hey, Duffer. How are your thoughts feeling for Thursday, Duffer?
Yeah, thoughts for Thursday, Duffer. Unfortunately, I will not be at the track. I am away. Yes, I'm missing Silverstone, unfortunately, but I'm back for Hungary.
That's good. Right, Daniel's next, who's on the soft tyre, looking to get low 26, I would have said. 25. Oh, 25.9.
25.9.
Nice.
Very nice there from the AlphaTauri. Honda power!
So Force Manure is now in 10th, and it's down to Kabuki or Haroldinho that will knock him out. And I think Kabuki's on a slow lap. He's not making it round, so it's just Haroldinho on his soft tyres. It's going to determine.
Oh, he's about to cross the line.
Yep.
Right, let's follow the hares.
Nicely through turn 1 and 2. Turn 3 just about clips the curb on the inside.
I hope that's a friendly kiss as well, Duffalump for Hungary.
There we go. Nice through turn 5 onto the Wellington straight, DRS open. He's in hot lap, as you should be. 27.3 first sector, fourth gear, gets it turned in nicely. Then you've got to be patient with this corner. And he's onto the old front straight. Short shift if you like. This looks pretty solid at the moment. It's got to be at 27.6, which I think he should do so on the softs. Oh, we had to ease off hugely for old turn 1, otherwise it would have been validated. Backets and Beckett's. 6th gear on the exit. A little bit slow on the exit, but it should be still alright. Then onto the hangar straight where Mansell and PK had their wheel-to-wheel pass. And they were banging tyres going into this corner back in the 80s? Late 80s? I'm right. Am I right? I think I'm right.
What?
Late 80s, Mansell PK.
Yes.
Ah. Haroldinho gets himself through,
87.
which knocks Force
87
Manure
or
out.
86. Okay. Right, guys, so that's Q2 over. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Out of Q2 is Force Manure, Kabuki, and Stars Orphan.
You want to have a word of any of those three?
Let's get Orphan in.
I have never spoken to Orphan. I admire him, and I've never spoken to him. I hope he joins. I admire him because he never gives up and never complains. I have never seen him complain once.
Have you not?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, he never gives up.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
See if he joins, so. So few on the medium tyres there. William Raikkonen, take it away.
Is he in?
Yeah.
Well, Orphan, unfortunate there for you qualifying too. Obviously you decided to stick with your strategy. Tell us your thoughts. Oh, you do know
Oh,
he's not going to
jeez.
forgive you for that.
Do not go against the almighty Shane. Goodness.
Phil Mitchell's not going to be very happy.
No. Orphan, sorry if you tipped the box and good your audio. In the party.
In the party.
In the party. Xbox party, there's a little box to include your audio.
Include your audio.
ticket.
No. As you go, so press your Xbox button, go like into the party, and at the top of the party there should be an empty box to include your audio.
There we go. Now your almighty
Right.
principal, who you ignored his advice, can now hear you.
Should I say?
Yeah, if you want to say it again.
I didn't take
Right.
his advice and go on softs. Well, should
Oh
have.
dear. Did you realise that Phil Mitchell's not going to forgive you for this, and he's going to have words probably?
But to be honest, if I went on the softs, I'm not sure if I would have the pace. You know, it's worth the risk, I suppose.
Okay. Fair enough. So, what's your strategy for the race? You going for the win, or just consolidation points, or
Well, after the
have you
last
got something
race,
different planned?
I think I'm going to sit back at the start. See what happens. But obviously, I haven't got the pace to win. I think I've got points is what I want. Try and keep it on the track, and then you got a chance then.
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Want to give us any hints of weather for the race at all?
I am actually checked. I can have a look.
Sorry?
I actually checked the weather.
Oh,
I
it'd be
joined.
interesting to see.
I joined late. I was in a party with Timmer, and I was chatting to him about the race. And it's the first time I've actually missed the start. And I literally joined with 5 minutes ago, and I was like, "Oh damn! I forgot to join."
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Luckily, I could take control of the car.
That's good to hear, good to hear. So, you don't know, well, you won't be able to tell us the weather condition because you're not in a pit box at the moment. You'll be sitting watching spectator mode. So,
Yeah.
it's a mystery to you as well. Okay, so, good luck in your race. Maybe we'll see you in this chat again later on in the top 3, but if not, I hope you do as well as you can and enjoy the race.
Thank you.
No worries.
Bye.
The best of them.
Thank you.
Okay, sources tell me that is a dry race for the session, so... Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Jesse Racer though on a 25.5 quickest
5.
time of the evening so far.
Mm.
Oh, Daniel
P45
just
though.
behind. Source 26.9. Alfa Romeo Scotsman 25.7. A couple of tenths behind.
Yep, so times there and top 3 are very close. I have to admit, the challenging... title challenges, they are so close on pace, and it's going to take it down to the wire, I think.
This is the thing. Scotsman and Jesse, they've been the ones taking majority of the wins, but Daniel's been very consistent, hasn't he? I don't think he's even won a race this season, but he's in that top 3, isn't he?
Yep, it's all about consistency. So I think about season 1, I only won 1 race, and that was China. But all the rest of the time it's seconds, thirds, fourths, getting good solid points, and it kept me alive until Brazil, and then I threw it away myself. But hey ho, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well,
I finished second in the championship.
Well, these drivers are either new to league racing entirely or new to RSF1, and maybe have never done a full season before. So, and a full season means you need to be consistent as possible, because wins help massively, but you can't win them all. And it's those days when those things don't go right is when you still got to pick up points, because most would just throw in the towel and just give up. Nah, you got to keep going at all times, because even a point might make the difference.
I'm just on board with Timmer now.
We saw
Why
that.
am I not surprised at his driver number?
What's his driver number? 69. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Timmer though.
Oh, hello.
It's Timmer though. Are you surprised because it's Timmer? Good old Timmer. We love Timmer.
We
Crossing
do love
the
Timmer
line.
indeed.
6th.
Nice.
26.3 behind Locker. It's are they rivals? I feel like they're rivals.
I think they have a little bit of personal rivalry between them. Yeah, and also Timmer is up there in the top 4 of the championship. So maybe if he starts racking in the consistent points again, like he was at the start of the season, he could get back up there and be in that challenge again. Right, okay.
So Ferrari's on
Ted's
laps.
first. Yep. Okay, first note is coming down the Wellington Straight. He's gone fast as sector 1.
Yeah, no.
No? Oh, it's just the game being silly to me then.
It is. I figured out the purple is them going personal best in the session.
Right.
Personal best to them, because his. Check it. So Teddy's first sector was the 27.26.9. He's half a second down on Jesse's lap.
Now just done through sector 2. Through Stowe. I must admit the throw does look a bit different.
Oh, he's back out there.
Hitting.
Amy's getting on.
You know. Another car, number 69, is invalidated at Stowe. Gone a bit wide.
8 mil sector. He was up. He was a tenth slower than Jesse in the first sector, and 2.5 tenths quicker in the middle on that lap. So invalidated.
Right, Jesse Racer, second run. And she now comes through the loop. Into Aintree. And then down the Wellington Straight, DRS wide open. Get as much front line.
Another mighty last sector. But she's got that last sector hooked up. Can anybody respond? That's next to respond, potentially. I've just started a lap.
Oh, okay, so Scotsman in the Alfa Romeo. He's now coming through the loop. And what's he going to set in the sector 1?
Oh,
Two
two
temps
temps
up. Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh, did he invalidate that?
Yeah, at Brooklands.
Ah. He's got time, he's got time. Save ERS, save... I say save ERS, there we go. Save ERS, save fuel. Got time. That'd be gutting as well, because that was the first sector.
Daniel P45 be the next one to put a challenge in. Come through Stowe. Oh, Tim has retired from the session in the pits. Okay, so he's happy with what he's set there. Probably maybe only had one set of softs left.
And you're very slightly up in his first sector currently. Nice to Mecca, it's 3 temps up. This is a good one.
Oh, he's found some time there. Into Stowe. Down Vale. Into Club.
Ran slightly deep through that chicane, that might have cost him. Oh no, it hasn't.
Oh!
25-1.
Very nice there from Daniel P45. AlphaTauri on pole, provisionally. So Jessie Racer, she's in the pits. She's not going to be able to do. She's not going to be able to make a dent for it. But Scotsman and Lincoln Dave, they are currently out. Scots was now around.
Aldino's coming
up to Magnus and Bex. Sorry.
Teddy's going to be the next one. Just to finish up in the last couple of corners. It's one and only lap. Is it going to get anywhere near the top? So 25, 26 goes third.
Okay, Scotsman will be soon to follow though. Remember, he is up at the moment on his time by 2 tenths.
He's sideways with the chicane now. Oh, displaces Tedis, goes to third.
takes third place back. Okay, so Lincoln Dave, who'll be the next one? Comes round Stone now, down Vale, into Club.
I think Dave is 4 tenths up on his time at the moment. If you can nail this last sector, this will be good. Oh, big improvement. Stays 5th though.
Yeah. Right, got Locker who's invalidated. Source is out on a lap in the Mercedes as well. Can he improve on that 126.9? Can he get ahead of RSF1 Locker or even snatch pole? No, stays 8th. Haroldinho in the Haas.
Jamie goes to 4th, just ahead of his teammate. I think he stayed 10th, Haroldinho. No, goes to 9th.
No, he's got 9th.
Yeah.
Very nice there. So that's a wrap for qualifying, guys.
What a lap from Daniel. 2 tenths over the big contenders for pole there. 6 tenths covering the top 6. I think them top 6 are going to be in a titanic battle for the win. Well, I could be wrong. Could we have someone else in that top 10?
Yeah, but then also we could have a repeat of last week as well, unfortunately, in F5. Austria Turn 1.
No, not having any of that. You want to speak to Daniel?
I don't know, because I don't know how long it's going to be for the race lobby host to get going underway. Okay, where is my drink? So we've got Andy in the race now as well, so he'll be starting from the back of the grid. Another car on the track.
He'll be starting behind Rogue, because he was late to the session.
Which, thank you.
So
he says that he could have got the top 3, but I think he bottled it.
We had one lap, didn't he? And it was probably that thing of, if I invalidate, I'm going to be 10th. So I wanted to make sure he got a time. So
absolutely.
So in terms of medium runners, you've got Jesse, Scotsman, and Jamie in that top 5. And then you've got Lot MP7 and Source in 10th. Those currently on medium tyres starting in the top 10. So really, my first thing is Daniel needs to bolt it. He needs to absolutely fly and get a gap ahead of those 3. I'd hope that whoever's in 5th, which is Tennis and Lincoln, can kind of hamper the medium runners a little bit because they're on softs. That'll give Daniel the best chance of victory, which, to be honest, if he wants to make an inroad in the championship, he's going to have to win a race eventually.
It could be this one. It could be the home race.
Oh, there was no safety at all from that lap in Jeremy. He just made a mistake.
Okay. Fair enough. Mid-judge break in first sector. Okay. That's fair enough. You know, we all learn. Right, so just waiting now for drivers to do their final preparations for the race, whether it's going for a toilet break, rest break, applying setups, readjusting the fuel, having a conflab with engineers about how they're going to strategize their races.
Haroldinho, you know, and I know that you should Source should be ahead of you, but the way this game works is if you set the exact same time but set it second, you go ahead. I don't get it, but game logic. It's game logic. It's been game logic for a very, very long time. So he was saying he at the exact same time as Source, and you know as well, Raikkonen, a la Spain 1997, when 3 drivers had the exact same time. Whoever sets it first,
European Grand Prix.
RF, yeah. Whoever sets it first
went ahead.
Goes ahead first, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
with this
But
game,
then,
with this game,
but
whoever's
then the thing is, with this game, it might have even further than the 0.3 decibel points that we have. So
yeah,
you don't know.
yeah, there is that. Right, we are set, ready to go.
Oh, indeedy. Right, it's formation lap time, and it's over to Mr. Brundle for the formation lap.
Let me get the tyres on. See whether anyone's tried anything called. No one on hard tyre, which is good. So starting in 15th place. Be interested to see what he can do, considering I haven't seen him yet. Andy Yuskin in the Red Bull on medium tyres. P14 is TSRC Rogue in the Williams. I personally hope, being a Williams driver, that he gets into the points from there, because he's the only Williams on the field. But he crashed in early Q1, so again, mystery to see what he can do. Stars Awful, we spoke to him, so hopefully he can have a good race, stay out of trouble. He starts 13th also on the medium tyres. Kabuki, going aggressive on the softs in the Mercedes, starts 12th. Then Force Manure in the Renault in 11th, starting on medium tyres, then into the top 10. So these guys obviously start the race on these worn-ish tyres. So that's Source, Intermediates in P10. Howardinho on softs and halves, he's in 9th. 8th is Timmer in the AlphaTauri Honda in the soft tyres. And then Locker, first race for I think a while.
Back as a full-time driver.
Yeah, back full-time. P7 in the medium tyre. Then you got the next two on softs. Lincoln Dave in 6th place. I hope he has a good race tonight, because last week he was the subject of a lunge, shall we say, into turn 1 after qualifying very well. So let's hope he has a good race tonight. P5 is 10th in the Ferrari. And then we've got Jamie in 4th place. He rued the mistake that he made in Q3 on his lap, so be eager to get amongst the top 3, who are Scotsman in P3, current championship leader, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. In the Alfa Romeo, he starts 3rd. 2nd is Jesse Racer in the McLaren in 2nd. And then Daniel, P45, as I said, on those soft tyres, needs to absolutely bolt it at the front of this field to stand a chance against the guys behind. So let's hope he can do that. He needs a good start.
Well, he is sporting the best helmet in the world. It's the Red Baron's helmet of Michael Schumacher.
Oh, he is.
So if he's got that mentality, everybody knows what Schumacher in his prime was capable of. He was able to do constant qualifying laps in a race and be unfazed from it. Okay guys, so we're just now waiting for the grid to form up, as we then get 15 cars already revving up to 14,000 RPM. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Now! And the Division 5 British Grand Prix is away, and Daniel P45 gets a cracking start by the looks of it, and Jesse Racer right next to him is going to challenge, and as they come through the first corner now, there's cars everywhere, but Daniel P45 gets the start that he absolutely deserves, and Scotsman's there in 2nd place, making sure that he keeps hold of that position as he now comes through the 3rd corner into the... Ooh. I can't remember where we are on the section now, as they come into Aintree now. So at the moment, it is Daniel P45 in the lead, with RSF1 Scotsman in 2nd, so Scotsman there, but then also Jesse Racer, and oh my god, they're going 3 wide into after the Wellington straight.
Oh, bit of
This is good racing. Jesse Racer though has lost that position, and oh, there's a Ferrari gone wide.
How's Jamie? What's happened to him?
Daniel P45 is in the lead. RSF1 Scotsman 2nd, closely followed behind Jesse Racer. Ted 1st, in 4th there in the Ferrari as they now come through. Stowe. No, Clark. No. Yeah, Stowe. No, Luffield. No, it's Cops. I'll get it right
It's
in a
a
minute.
corner.
Sorry, guys.
It's a corner name.
It's a corner. Now through Maggots and Beckett. This is where cars are going to lose it behind each other. Oh my god! There's Timmer on the inside of RSF1.
Yeah, I was going to say. Opportunistic from Timmer. And Hamiltini as well. Oh. Into the hangar
First lap
straight.
shenanigans of Division 5 seem to be going ahead well so far. They have got the top 4 there. So the top 5 there at the moment in that train behind Daniel Eagle.
Right.
Oh, Rogue has... Oh, and Locke has lost it.
Nah, timing pages. Timing pages.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
All
Lovely.
right,
I
all
forget
right.
about that every week.
Yeah, Tim has made a mistake here, but what is going on is Haldinho got front wing
Oh,
damage.
contact! Contact!
Oh. Who was that?
It was an Alpha Tower of Daniel P45. No, Timmer. No, it was a Mercedes, sorry. A Kabuki. Kabuki, has he got wing damage? So it is force manure, Kabuki, all there getting into a bit of a ding dong. There's force manure there with wing damage on his Renault, missing a front right end plate. Andy at the moment as well, he's having a look at the back of Rogue there in his Red Bull, and to Maggots and Beckett's now, slots in behind. Will he slingshot it out of onto the hanger straight? The RS open, away we go. No, the RS is not open because it should be lap 3, it's only lap 2. Wally.
Yeah, I was just about to, and yeah, now it'll be active. Rogue's in.
Still lovely. Oh! Oh, it's gone into the pit. So people are going into the pit lane already. I thought he was going wide off track there because of the camera angle that I had.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So after 2 laps, guys.
Haldinho got wing damage, on the first lap. He's decided to stay out, hence why he's got did have a train of cars behind him. Jamie's in, Rogue is in. I didn't realise. Oh, Jamie does have front wing from something that happened near the front of the grid there.
Okay, guys, so 2 laps completed. Race order as it stands at the moment. Daniel P45 in the lead by 1.4 seconds. 1.6 now. So he's starting to pull away there from RSF1 Scotsman. He needs to get at least 3 to 4 seconds gap for it to cover the pit window. And then Ted first, in third, in the Ferrari. Good race start from him. Both McLarens in 4th and 5th there. Jesse Racer has lost a few positions. Sorry. Kabuki having a little bit of an incident there?
Yeah, Kabuki and Force Manure went way off the track, and all this still bumping tyres. There's massive wing damage for both the Mercedes and the Renault, so incidents happen there. They're way off on the infield.
Okay, so Lincoln Dave in 5th, Jesse Racer in 4th. Timmer, on the other hand, is in 6th. Good result there from the Irishman in his AlphaTauri. RSF1 Locker making a good return today in full-time racing in his Racing Point. Currently sitting there in P7, closely behind Timmer. Haldinho in 8th there, and also looks like he's gone into the pit lane. Haldinho has so
wind damage,
given the position to Andy. So Andy there from the back of the grid up to P8 already. So Haldinho's in the pit lane for repairs. So RSF1 Source now, it takes 9th in the Mercedes there. So as Haldinho Stars Orphan currently in P11, it's going to take, gone very wide there on the exit of, I think he's taken the esports line, yeah. Kabuki there, speeding the pit lane, 5 second time penalty. So Haldinho still getting, so Force Manure is back in the pits, and so, yeah, as you say, Force Manure and Kabuki, after their little ding dong, let's bring TSRC Rogue and Jamie back up into that little field there. Okay, so they are the back trailers. We have got now 2 seconds gap ahead in P1, but Jessie Racer is right on the back of that Ferrari. She is sniffing. She's going to want to get past that slow-ass car.
No offence to Ted, it's not exactly slow, but yeah, I see your meaning.
Exactly. Everyone knows this season the Ferrari's an absolute dog.
Okay.
So, don't worry, I stopped.
Also, we're going to have a battle between Timmer and Locker just further behind for 6th. These two have history. Kabuki's had enough. Way off in turn 1. Jamie also.
Whoa! Away we go. Yeah, it looks like them soft tyres, not soft tyres, the hard tyres that they're on is not working well for them, or they've overheated them by wheel spinning them, making sure that it's very safe to come onto the track before he comes and rejoins. Yep, you've got a moment now, nice and gently, mate. Your teammate's coming through, don't take him out at the same time.
Yeah, 3 drivers just had enough, all on the same lap there. Kabuki.
Wow.
Oh, Jamie's gone.
Oh, Jamie.
I was going to say,
Lost it
Jamie
at Maggott and Beckett's. Lost it at Maggott and Beckett's, but we're going to see how he's done it.
might be a safety car. Well,
No,
that
he's
is,
well out of
yeah,
it.
it's
He should
far
be
off,
under
yeah.
double yellows.
Road gone as well.
Full,
Virtual.
virtual safety car.
Off of turn 1 and
Rogue's
2.
lost it at... Yeah, Rogue's lost it at Farm. Virtual safety car. That gives Daniel P45 a 5-second lead at the moment. Daniel P45 is doing exactly everything that is required to get his... So a virtual safety car has ended. And that's not paid off for Daniel P45. Scotsman has been able to pull the gap in. 2.4 seconds now. We have got at the moment Jessie Racer still chasing down that Ferrari of Ted First out there on the medium. So she's playing the long game, and so is Scotsman. So there will be the faster cars towards
The end.
the end. Yeah, thank
Yep.
you very much.
I was thinking what
Okay,
word you were
so-
trying to say.
Yeah, so there's Jamie there saying his rears were steaming. Oh, his rears were steaming. They looked like they were steaming there as well.
Yeah,
So,
problem is when you've spun a couple of times, you've got to give the tyres at least a couple of corners just to get back to temperature again. Otherwise, they're going to be horrible. They're just spinning off
you
the
have to
temperature.
tippy-toe around the track, and it's
Yeah.
horrible. It is really, really horrible. Lincoln Dave there, 3-second time penalty there. So, seen a few of them crop up. So, Jessie Race is now half a second behind Ted First. Now DRS is open. She's not using her overtake button though, she's conserving that.
Barker's going to have a go on Timmer. Van Hanger straight. Here we go. Straight line speed of the racing point. Up on the inside using DRS and overtake and swoops. And the inside of Timmer. He's on the medium tyres. Timmer's on the softs, but Timmer couldn't hold him back.
Yeah, the 5 lap there, the tyre's now getting 5 laps old now, so it's looking very interesting now for what Timmer is going to answer with in the Honda Power. AlphaTauri.
Stars Orphan, commentator's curse and all that. Stars Orphan is on for a point at the moment. Hope he gets it. He is 24 seconds ahead of Haldinho, who has had not the best of race so far, but still plenty of laps to go. The Mercedes is off again. Oh no, that's Source this time. Both Mercedes not liking this at all.
No, the Mercedes are not having a very good result here, effort here, and I'm sure it won't do much good for the overall Constructors' Championship if they don't have a good performance here, because I know at the moment Alfa Romeo are making a resurgent charge. They are trying to get the gap even close, but tomorrow you have got RSF1 Lando and RSF1 Eastern in their Mercedes tomorrow, and we all know how well they work together, so it's going to be a very, very spicy race tomorrow. Jessie Racer there still, and Timmer there with 3-second time penalty. Just watching Timmer earlier as well, it looks like he's running no ABS, so he's upped it level.
Yeah. Source now with that spin is going to be under pressure from Orphan for 9th place, so that could be out of go. I think Jessie's just biding her time with Tedis. I think she knows that Tedis or Ted First will be in the pit soon, but the problem is that Scotsman is a further 3.5 seconds up the road.
Absolutely, and Scotsman at the moment is trying to claw in a little bit on Daniel P45. They're still holding about 2 seconds at the moment between the two drivers, so whether Daniel P45 is driving a little bit conservatively to save his tyres a little bit, so then go that just had a bit longer. He's going soft hard, soft mediums, choice is his, but then RSF1 Scotsman on the medium tyres, I'd imagine he's going to go medium softs and have that extra pace towards the end of the race.
Jessie's the closest she's been to Ted First, although didn't get the best of exit up the end of Maggots and
Yeah.
Becketts.
But she's now pressing that magic button called the overtake button. It has such an effect there. There's the Ferrari trying to defend, takes the inside line into tow. She goes round the outside, but no, thinks better of it. Drops back a bit. Be's patient, but no. Ted Fast has gone into the pit lane, so it looks like the soft tyres could be going off.
Yeah, it's around lap 6, lap 7. Question is, what's he going to go on to? This pit lane is so slow and so long. Medium tyres for Tedist. Ted Fast.
So Jessie Mason now takes third. Can she then start clawing that gap in now? She's got clean air in front of her to RSF1 Scotsman. Them two seem to do start a little bit. They looks like, I'm not saying it could be different, but it looks like these two will be battling for the championship very, very soon.
I think Tedis comes out with loads of clean air, so he can get Ted down and on those medium tyres, trying to be consistent as possible.
Yep. 17 seconds delays between him and the next car in front of him, so be able to nice clean air, clean laps, good tyre wear, just thingy. And hello Thunderclap 0512. Thunderclap.
That's a username and a half. Fortunately, the battles are a bit thin at the moment.
Spaced out.
Yeah.
But spaced out. Which is okay. It's allowing us to see some drivers' race pace and like how they manage their tyres, and also gives us a little chance as well to talk about trivial matters of F1. Has everybody heard about Sergio Perez?
No, this will be news to me. Go on. My ears are pricked.
There is a rumour, and I say this is a rumour.
I don't do rumours.
George Russell could be out of a seat next season.
No. What, and Perez instead?
Yes, Perez and Lafiti.
Surely Perez and Russell. Right?
They won't move Lafiti because Lafiti's a
Latifi.
pay driver.
It's Latifi, bet.
Latifi, whatever. He pays for his seat.
Wrong. That is wrong on... No. As maybe, George Russell. Oh, Source is out. Through turn 1 and 2. He's done, I think, what Rogue did. Got a bit of a slide, couldn't catch it. Virtual. That doesn't... Nah. Would have been full safety cars, it sometimes does. Is that close enough for Daniel to take advantage?
Daniel at the moment is now coming around Stowe.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He's gonna do it.
This is big for Daniel. He could get a huge advantage from this. Surely Lincoln Dave's going to do the same. Yeah, he is.
So the strategy is now open for the medium strategy.
Osman time penalty.
Oh dear. 37-mile-an-hour thingy, and we have just now gone green racing. So I think Daniel P45 may have called that just perfectly as he exits the pit lane up the hill. I don't like the pit lane to Silverstone now. Up the hill, comes out P5. Got a nice clear track in front of him as well.
Would it be better if, say, there was like not a tunnel like what Abu Dhabi has, but like it's covered or something, so it acts like a tunnel on the exit?
Don't know.
Yeah. Now, Perez to Williams, the driver. It's one of those debatable things. Is when you compare Perez to Russell, because I think Perez will do the same job as Russell. He will get that Williams into good places, but it's very hard on Russell, though.
But the thing is about Perez, and to be quite frankly, and it does work for him, he does bring a lot of money with him.
Yeah, that too.
And let's face it, a company that's just taken over Williams, or I don't know who the true owners are of Williams now. It's been sold or anything. They're going to want to get revenue back, surely.
Yeah.
So yeah. However, from this, then that does then put a Mr. Toto Wolff a bit under pressure, because obviously George Russell is a managed driver of Toto Wolff.
Yeah.
Will they then say, "Sorry, Valtteri, we need to put Russell in your seat"?
No,
You're off.
no, they wouldn't
We'll
get
pay your
rid of
contract out."
Valtteri. But then Valtteri would never drive.
No.
Oh, you are bringing in burning opinions. Very burning opinions.
It'd be nice to see Russell in the Mercedes, because I think he
Yeah.
would do very well in the Mercedes. Very, very well.
But then that's harsh from Bottas, who hasn't exactly done. And I've just given you a wild thought now. I'm going to give you a wild thought.
Go on.
Right, if they say that to Bottas, they just flub him off. Like say, right, you're not needed. We're going to replace you with Russell. Bottas will then take that and say, open up conversation with, say, Red Bull. Replace Albon.
Dr. Helmut Marko has already turned around and officially stated this, that if Albon does not perform the... Oh! Tim has gone out! Tim is spinning!
Tim are making sure we're paying attention. Oh, how's he not got damage? What? Oh, it's going to bring him close to Star Orphan. Timmer. Got to go slow on those tyres as well. Right, he's alright. He's alright, he's alright.
Yeah, he's kept his composure. Well, anyway, Dr. Helmut Marko has already stipulated and turned around and said that if Albon does not perform this season, on his radar to replace him is, and a certain someone's going to be very happy to hear this, Nico Hülkenberg or Perez.
Oh, Perez. I may upset said person, but also I would say I would prefer Perez in that role rather than Hülkenberg. Yes, Hülkenberg did good in this standing, don't get me wrong, he did. But Perez is a reliable... He will push Verstappen, which is what Red Bull need if they want to beat Mercedes.
I don't know, will he push? Because let's think, when Perez had that chance at McLaren in 2013, he didn't really do well.
Oh, that's years ago now. Think what he's done in that Racing Point or Force India since then. He's been consistent, reliable, which is what Red Bull need. And Albon is not... Sorry to Albon and any Albon fans, but he's not consistent, reliable. Not for what Red Bull want.
Yeah.
He's
Sebastian Vettel to Aston Martin Racing Point move has caused quite a stirring in the paddock.
Yeah, dominoes. Domino effect.
So they should have just let Sebastian Vettel go and see you later to the pit, retire.
Yeah, but maybe Vettel wasn't having any of that.
Well, it wasn't. Well, he had nowhere else to go. What was he supposed to do?
Yeah, good point. Sorry, we're not talking about the race, guys, but the gaps are few and far between. Daniel is catching up on Andy Yuskin at the moment, who's yet to pit. In fact, the top four are yet to pit. I'm with the thought now, with this back to this race, I reckon, and that Daniel is in a bit of advantage here because he pitted under the virtual.
Yeah.
Only issue he's going to have is he's going to have two drivers of Jesse and Scotsman, and Jesse is
flying on the softs.
Yeah, and in fact Jesse's now pitting now. Now pitting now. Said now twice.
Okay, now pitting now. Now pitting now.
11 laps on soft tyres.
Car's getting lighter, track evolution.
Full track maps. Yeah. Never mind. It's soft strategy. It says soft tyres anyway. Right, where is Daniel? How much of a gap is this going to be?
Now the last corner.
held up
So
a
Daniel
bit.
P45 now is right behind Andy, so he's going to get DRS as well to assist him
Look
with
at
the
the
overtake.
look at the gap he's got to Jesse Racer.
9 seconds.
Jeez. Softs are quick, but are they that quick?
Quite possibly, because if this Red Bull's holding up Daniel P45, then it's going to allow Jesse to activate the tyres. Oh, and Daniel's getting a lock up there as he comes through Luffield. A lot of the F5 drivers I've noticed are turning assists off, like no ABS. Hats off to him. I admire that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I will. I've made my mind up. Next season I'm going no traction for definite.
Ooh, gee.
Possibly no ABS.
Oh, Daniel's going to clear his Red Bull now. And he got
Yeah.
a very slow run, and I don't think Andy's going to really
He's gonna
fight
do it.
this. No, he's not.
Streams past the Red Bull.
Why am I hearing fireworks?
Oh.
Hmm? Oh?
Is that better? Is that better?
No, there's literal fireworks outside my house.
Oh, right,
That's
when
what
you
I'm
say
saying.
that, I thought it was my bloody microphone.
Sorry. I was like, why is there fireworks going on? It's not November.
Oh, fireworks always start this time of the year, mate. It's always
20th
the way.
of 20th October. Jeez. Hey, I'm a month away from being a year older. The Scotsman stays ahead of Jesse.
Oh, you are a November child as well, sir.
November 20th, yes.
I'm November the 6th.
Yeah. My birthday is the day after the Singapore F4 Grand Prix. Which obviously I won't be
nice, very
commentating or
nice.
streaming more than likely. So, yeah, Jesse's cut the gap to Scotsman. She's got him in her sights, and they are catching Daniel at a fast rate, to be honest.
Yeah, but this is the thing now. We looked earlier and the drop-off was about 6 laps, weren't it, with the softs?
Why is there fireworks going on? Honestly,
Don't let it bother you.
it's fireworks. So Locke and Andy are the only ones yet to pit.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Locke pits now.
So Jessie races, she's going to want to chase. But you see, the thing is, right, this is where it could work well for Daniel P45. Because when Jessie and Scotsman start battling to get past each other,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to obviously hinder their out-and-out performance.
Eventually, fast lap of the race.
Yeah.
27.9. So quick.
This could play well into Daniel P45's hands. So, 11 laps to go. Oh, no, 9 laps to go.
Last lap from Daniel, 29.8. Oof. I think, to be honest, it's a matter of time. Because Daniel's last lap was a 29.8. Jesse's last lap was a 27.9. 1.9
Wow.
seconds quicker.
Wow. So, hunting down very, very quickly. Anyway, also, whilst we're waiting for this battle to
Mm.
get spicy, what we're going to do about Honda leaving F1?
See, that throws another curveball in it, doesn't it? Because, especially with Verstappen, although I believe he has already said that he will stay at Red Bull regardless of Honda. But that's year after next, isn't it? That's not next year.
It's 2022
Yeah.
when it happens and everything. But no, what's going to be interesting is because obviously it is now down to obviously Christian Horner and Dr. Marco to find out who they want to supply the Red Bull and AlphaTauri next after Honda leaves. As the current rules state, if they can't find another engine supplier, Renault will be forced to supply them.
Ooh. And I'm presuming that's not exactly what Helmut Marko and Red Bull want, considering the relationship they had.
It's not what Max Verstappen wants, obviously, because he was a big part of the Honda partnership.
Well, because Honda is better than Renault. They're showing that they are.
Honda have won races.
Yeah. When Renault have only just got the podium.
In both their cars. Honda have won races in both the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull.
I think the team to watch next season, McLaren. Mercedes engines next season.
Yeah, I know they're going to be Mercedes engines next season, but it's going to be interesting as well to see how they can adapt their chassis, because remember, next season development is restricted, very much so. Yes, I do believe that McLaren are being given special dispensation so that they can adapt the Mercedes engine to the McLaren chassis, because obviously we were supposed to be going over to the new regulations next season, but due to COVID-19, that's put a hiatus on that one for a year, and McLaren have still decided to go with the engine swap, unknowing that obviously this development restriction was coming through. So it'll be a little bit unfair to McLaren if the FIA say, well, if you switch over to the engine, you use all your development tokens.
Yeah. Just done a quick penalty check, Raikkonen, because I was just curious. I'll do the whole top 10 in a bit, but I just checked the top 3. All have a penalty, all in the same amount of warnings. So all 3 equal as it stands.
Even Stevens.
And Scotsman has gapped just enough so he can focus on overtaking Daniel.
Yep. So RSF1 Scotsman, the Flying Scotsman.
Definitely fine at the moment.
Or Bones, as I like to call him.
I think he's going to have a run at the end of Magnussen Beckett's. He's got such a run on this lap already.
Yeah. Let's ride on board with the Alfa Romeo. Got the DRS. He's not using the overtake, he's just holding him in as he comes down. Hanger straight, into Stowe, throws the car in. Look at this speed the extra speed that he's got through the corners over Daniel P45 being on the softer tyres. And younger tyres. Now into farm.
Yeah, Scotsman's in the 28s, and Daniel's still in the 29s, so I think this is just a matter of time for Scotsman. Has to bide his time. Although didn't get the best exit out of here.
No, in entrance to entry is not looking good, but he is using a little bit of overtake button now to catch up Daniel P45 down the Wellington straight. Takes a look on the inside. Oh, very late lunge there. Well, not late lunge, but very late to decide, no, I'm not going to make the move here.
See how much he gained on that straight.
Yeah, through Luffield now.
All the exit he had, there was no chance, and then he just, like, he's going to have a go, Nearly there. Oh, you can see the difference.
Through Cox, Maggots and Beckett. See, this is where it could catch Scotsman out in the dirty air.
Oh, it did. It did.
See, the dirty air makes such a difference, but now Scotsman's using all the methods as he can. He's pressing that button, but I think Daniel P45 is using this defensively because Daniel P45 has kept ahead.
Yeah. Daniel's on 50% ERS, Scotsman 40.
This is the battle for the lead on Hippo Man's October 21st. Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow!
Hey! Gonna go for a lunch? No, surely don't go for a lunch now. Wait for the straight.
Not through this section.
Get a good exit. Rummed over the cover for it.
Got a better run through Aintree now. Now he can make a decent move for it. Daniel P45's got to decide where he's going. Makes his defensive line on the inside. What a move from RSF1 Scotsman.
Slight elbow out, but yeah, just about. He's got to put away. He's got to pull away because if Daniel can keep behind him for Maggots and Beckett's, he'll take the position back. Nicely done. I think Daniel's going to have a go back. He is. Look at this.
Come on, Daniel. Come on, Honda power.
Oh, he's put him under pressure, and the chicane gives him a love tap. Scotsman's not got this one. Daniel's looking pretty handy in the mediums. Just got to stay within DRS.
Yeah, but this is where it's going to get hard because he's now coming through farm curb now. Them soft tyres bite into that corner a little bit more easier. But he's kept the DRS, they're past the detection zone.
And this is the thing as well. You were saying softs go after about lap 6 or 7, don't they? They got to go another 4 laps.
Yep.
That's all Daniel got to go. All Daniel's got to hope for is keep Scotsman under pressure. As Kabuki allows the leaders to go through. Evening, Chow. Hearing on Jesse Racer at the moment, who's in third.
Yeah, them two have got a bit of a bonding happening. They have a bit of rivalry. I do believe that Kachow has been beaten by Jesse Racer.
Ah. That's an F3 driver, just saying.
Anything
I'm going to start that up.
There's always a difference between when you're having fun and when you're actually serious racing. Let's just make that one clear.
Yeah. Did see Daniel's not let Scotsman go?
No,
He's
he hasn't.
still within that DRS.
Scotsman can't seem to shake the Honda Alpha Tauri.
They're catching up on Haroldinho in 11th, who's just a lap down. And you're just
3 laps to go, Brundle. What is the fastest lap, please? And can we have penalty situation?
Fastest lap is a 27.932 from Jesse Racer, who just pipped Scotsman's 28.051. And yes, I will do penalties. Kachow 1.
Kachow?
Scotsman 1 penalty. Yeah, it should be an F5. Scotsman 1 penalty. Daniel 1 penalty. Jesse Racer 1 penalty, all with no warnings. So they're not close to the second. Tennis is clean. Lincoln Dave has 1, 2, 3 plus 2 warnings. Locker has 2 penalties plus 2 warnings. Andy Yuzkin has 2 penalties plus a 5-second, which I think, he hasn't served that, so that's going to hurt him. Force Manure, Force Manure has 3 penalties. Timmer has 3 penalties. Dawson is clean. We've got Haroldinho with 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Haroldinho.
Okay.
And Kabuki with 3.
Okay, Scotsman's now managed to break the DRS of Daniel P45. So Daniel P45 has now dropped back 1.5 seconds behind. And Jesse Racer doesn't seem to be making much inroads on Daniel P45. She's currently 2.2 seconds behind him. Only 2 laps to go. So soft and well.
Orphan was letting through the leaders there, got caught on the grass and nearly lost the car right in front of Daniel. That could have ended in tears.
Oh dear, very much so. RSF1 Scotsman looks like he's now coming up to...
Battle between Timmer and Force Manure, sorry. Timmer on fresh softs against Force Manure hards.
Come on, Timmer, you should do this easy.
No, wait, it's fine.
Maybe Timmer's going for the fastest lap, I reckon.
Haroldinho again. Is that 8 now? Have these got 8?
It's only 21. 7. Looks like the Renault Force Manure is managing to hold up Timmer on the soft tyres.
He's on 7. So he will lose that point. Oh, wow.
Oh, what a move there from Timmer. What a great overtaking.
It's a rocket ship that was. Yeah, unfortunately, Haldinho is going to lose the point to Orphan because he's got a ton of penalties and Orphan is completely clean. So Orphan's still on for that 1 point as we're now a lap and a half away. Andy Euskin for me. Obviously driver of the day Twitter, as is the case from now on, but up 8 places from the very back of the grid to 7th. Good job from him.
Daniel P45 there is doing a sterling effort there to hold his 2nd place. Jessie Racer, she had a sterling effort as well. P3 by the looks of it. As the way the race stands at the moment, as RSF1 Scotsman now begins the final lap of the British Grand Prix, as he goes now through the last time through turns 1 and 2. That's farm curve done, and then into the loop.
Just got to
Nice
stay.
solid performance there from the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yep, just got to stay penalty free in this last lap.
Yep.
He'll get the win and extend his championship lead, but he's still got to cross it over the line.
Keep it on the black stuff.
Jesse Race is not that far away from Daniel for 2nd.
1.5 seconds, 1.6.
He's got to get within DRS, but I don't think she might.
I think Daniel might have this covered, but a mistake can happen. She's gaining 1.1 seconds. Maggots and Beckett's now.
Going to be a last gasp move, if anything.
She hasn't got DRS. She's going to use all what's left of her overtake button, and so is Daniel P45.
Daniel's just got enough. But Scotsman's going to extend his championship lead. He takes the win around Silverstone for Tier 5. Daniel's going to get 2nd. Jesse Racer 3rd. That rounds off the podium.
Ted First to be the next one to finish P4 there, and it looks like there's a racing point about to finish. Stars Orphan's about to cross the line there as well. That's Stars Orphan there in P10, so Stars Orphan gets a point there for the racing point. Ted First now crosses the line in 12. Lincoln Dave in 5th. RSF1 Locker next. Great return there. Looks like a solid P6.
Locker might get... No, he doesn't. Thought he might have got Lincoln, but 6th for Locker.
Kabuki's about to cross the line. And then Andy crosses the line, P7, and the next person in the Alpha Tauri will be Timmer, who is currently going through Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, weird race for Timmer because I thought he was looking pretty good, but he's made 2 stops, so he's had something happen along somewhere in his race. Because he was close to Locker, wasn't he, at one point? So something's obviously happened off radar. Timmer for P8, and Force Manure is going to get 9th place, I believe. Yep. There we go.
Yep. That is Division 5 British Grand Prix. And according to the game, it is Andy Yugskin, but we'll see what the Twitter feed says. Remember, guys, if you want to make your vote for Driver of the Day, log on to Twitter. RSF1 Racing or Racing Series Formula 1, can't remember the actual Twitter name, but get on there and cast your vote. And there we go, that's the podium, and look at that, that's better from the drivers there. They've got their proper logos where they should be. That's it, guys. That is the race classification of today. So Ted Verse there with no penalties at all. So good, clean race from him, as I see, as usual. RSF1 Scotsman takes the win in the Alfa Romeo. Daniel P45 and AlphaTauri in second. Jesse Racer in third. We know that Jesse Racer doesn't have a microphone, but I'm sure she'll send myself a Discord message of how she feels about the race. Ted Verse there in fourth in his Ferrari. Good result there for him. Lincoln Dave in fifth in the McLaren. Sixth RSF1 Locker in the Racing Point. Good return, solid return there from him. And Yuzgin in 7th there in the Red Bull. Timmer, not bad result there in 8th, getting some solid points for his team there. Force Manura in 9th. And the last of the point scorers is Stars Orphan in 10th. Howardinho in 11th, Kabuki in 12th, RSF1 Source in 13th, Annual, who non-finishers, and TSRC Road non-finisher, and Jamie non-finisher. Mr. Brundle, would you want to invite Scotsman and Daniel into the party? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Interesting race. Obviously not the most dramatic and there, but it had its moments.
Yeah.
Had its moments.
It had its little moments here and there, but no, good, solid race there from Division 5.
I think as well, for an opening glance, unless, again, there's things I missed, I think the stewards might be quite quiet, because I don't think there was anything malicious there.
Don't jinx it.
I jinxed it. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Come on, boys. From the party. You know how we do things. Daniel. Boxman. Please. I'm asking nicely.
I wouldn't.
Go on in. You ask them and see whether they join on your one.
Get in the party now.
Still not. Come on.
Whether they don't know. Oh.
They should know.
There we go.
There's Daniel.
P45's joined the party.
Right, Scotsman. Come on. There we go.
Scotsman has now joined the party. Remember, guys, please check that little box to include your audio.
But they join when you ask them, but I ask them nicely and they don't.
It's funny, your invitations were showing on the bottom of the screen, but I couldn't get to them in the invitation list.
Oh, Xbox is having a moment.
Yeah, if I missed the press now to open kind of thing, you just couldn't get it.
Okay, so it's being a woman.
Yeah.
And I was looking for my remote and then pressed the wrong button, and then it switched over to a total different channel, and I could hear these invitations coming through my headset, but I was like, oh, shit.
Right, Mr. Scotsman, go put a pound in the swear jar, please.
Oh, whoops, I was just about to do it again there too. You're just trying to make me out of me, aren't you?
Oh, I need to... Have we got a mic?
I'm just going to change my headset, guys, right? I'll be back in a second.
No worries. Okay, so we have got Jessie Racer in the party, but I don't know if she's got a mic or if she's going to talk. So I'm just now waiting for the message now to come through. But in the meantime, I'll hand you over to RSF1 Brundle, who will interview our second place driver, Daniel P45.
Cool. Yeah, Daniel. Solid race from yourself. Obviously, on the strategy, as I said at the start of the race, obviously you starting on softs and the people behind you on mediums. You had to get the good start, get the gap, and you did that. Obviously, the slight issue was medium runners kept you a little bit too closely. Obviously, the virtual safety car helped, but those softs at the end are very difficult to defend. And you did a very good job because you ended up in second place and kept with Scotsman. Made him work for it, for his race victory, but still a solid second place. It keeps you in the title fight still in the championship, so you've got to be reasonably happy with that.
Yeah. As you say, the alternate strategy, I knew it was going to be difficult. But I don't know if you caught it on the stream, but when I was doing my timed lap on the mediums, I lost it at the old turn 1 and spun, and I thought it's just wasted.
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was. I ended up in the gravel, almost took my front wheel off the left-hand side. So I thought, no, not going to risk these tyres now. So I ended up having to switch to the softs, which I knew, as you say, I'd have to start in front of the mediums, which was always difficult because Scotsman and Jesse are really fast. But tried my best. Not good enough today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you think the virtual safety car was going to give you a huge advantage going into from the people behind? I guess it's one of those things that because the pit lane is so long, it gave you an advantage, but just not enough.
No, not enough. I mean, I was going to be obviously pit around that sort of time anyway, so it was helpful, but just not enough. As you say, at the end, I was really trying to keep up with Scotsman, but obviously the softs were just too quick. And right at the end, obviously Jesse was catching up at a speedy rate. It's quite scary.
Yeah, Hungary next time out. Completely different track to the one we just done. Obviously, going from the fast-flowing Silverstone circuit to the tight and twisty Hungary. It's like a Monaco, but without barriers. Is what I sometimes call it.
Yep.
Your thoughts heading into that race?
I'm usually quite confident with that one, unless it rains, then I struggle. But this season I'm trying without traction control, so it's a bit of an unknown, if I'm honest. But yeah, quietly confident if all goes to plan.
Okay. Anything
Good
from you,
luck.
Rackham?
No, I'll just say good luck for next week, and maybe I'll see you in this box again for next week. Congratulations on second place, mate.
Thank you very much.
Good points for the team as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a statement from Jesse Racer. Great race, fully enjoyed it, pushed it from start to finish, but every time I put pressure on Scotsman, he always found an extra gear and just pulled. Thanks for the help, Mr. Boss Button, for the strategy for the strategy help. I'm sorry it wasn't enough today. Hungary is mine though. Ooh.
Oh,
That is.
I'm taking a
Shots
week
fired!
off work for that one.
Shots fired! So, very big talk there from the McLaren driver. So, over to our race winner, RSF1 Scotsman. Manages to do it again!
I just...
You're saying
Are
that
you
for,
getting fed up with winning yet?
you're saying
What's
that for
that?
gritted teeth. You're saying that for gritted teeth, reckoning, because you beat an AlphaTauri driver. You really, really didn't want him to win.
I'm going to listen back on the stream and I'll listen to it. I bet you're biased as it is.
Yeah.
I don't want Alfa Romeo to win the constructors again. Of course I don't. Of course I'm biased against it. You know, I think we should have a new championship, new champions. But I know Mr. Toto Wolff out there is going to go. He's doing every bit of effort he can to try and hold that Alfa Romeo Constructors Championship. Especially like he was team principal last season and this season as well for Alfa Romeo. So it's kind of ironic. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So RSF and Scotsman, congratulations on the race win. You controlled that race well. Were you in control? Was Daniel P45 worrying you a little bit when he's pulling away at the start?
No, I knew I would get it back with the softs, but I was still trying to stay within the 2 seconds. I'd have been happy getting into obviously DRS zone, but I was, as long as I was staying within the 2 second gap, I was quite happy because I knew I was going for a longer stint obviously on the mediums, and as soon as I seen him put in, I actually started pushing a little bit harder for a couple of laps. Pitted in, put the softs on. I seen Jesse had pitted just the lap before, and I wasn't too sure if I was going to pit that lap or pit the next one. And when I seen Jesse pitting in, I thought maybe I should have, but I just pushed as hard as I could. I think I got a green sector and a purple sector on the lap before I pitted, so I was quite happy. And then when I seen me coming out in front of Jessie, I was a little bit more happier, but I know how fast she is, so it was obviously a little bit worrying. And then I started just catching Daniel catching, and then I was going to overtake him on one lap, and I thought, no, I'll hold back. And then on the next one, the DRS, I just seen that he was coming in off the racing line, and then he went back onto it, and I just dived in the inside, took it. I was coming out a little bit wide, and then a couple of laps, Daniel was just up my sphincter constantly, and I couldn't shake him. And then he sort of, I think we had a wee clip at one point, and then
he did give you a little bit. He did give you a little bit of love tap there.
Yeah.
When he was on your sphincter.
Robin's racing. So I was like that, woo, because it went sort of, the steering wheel just wobbled. I thought, whoops. And I thought, right, I need to try and get a little bit away from him. But don't get me wrong, he was keeping up with the mediums. And then the last couple of laps, I had saved some ERS. And I still had quite a bit of fuel that I could up to rich, so I just started trying to do that, and I got a penalty under the safety car, stupidly. And I wasn't too sure. I know how clean Daniel is on driving. He doesn't normally get penalties or that, so that was worrying me. And then when I got outside the 3 second, it was just outside it when I crossed the line. I was like, stay there. And then when he crossed over, I noticed that he must have had one as well.
He didn't want a repeat of me and you in USA.
No, you keep bringing that up every single time.
Actually, no, you bring that up every time. Oh, you stole my first podium.
Well, you've never let me live it down since then. Aye, I'll remember that, mate. I'll remember that.
I'm sure you'll get your own back on me. Don't worry. Well, congratulations on the win, mate. It was a cracking race from your half and everything. You've done everything right, and I'm sure your team principal's going to be more than happy.
I didn't think I was going to win it, honestly. I didn't think I was going to be. I thought maybe about 5th. That's what I would have accepted at the start of the race, about 5th, 6th, something like that.
Well, you were now a British Grand Prix winner, mate.
Proper shaking after it. My hands, I could feel my hands shaking. I was like, man, that was like a proper buzz. I honestly didn't think that I was going to win it. That's why that's probably one of my best race wins. I'd say that's the best one so far.
Good to hear. Right, next week we're moving on to Hungary. Now, she's fired the shots. What's your response?
Come get some. That's it.
Oh,
I love the chase. Nah, I'm going into this with the expectation. No much to expect out of me. I say if I get 5th or 6th, I'll be happy. But then again, I came into this race sort of looking for the same, and I won it. So you never know.
We'll see you next week on the top step again, will we?
I don't know. I'd like to. Oh, you'll be chasing. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anything from Brandon? You want to say anything to Scotsman?
Nothing much really. Yet all's been said. Congrats on the victory.
Cheers.
You're doing what you need to do. I for one, as it currently stands at this rate, obviously we're a long way from talking about it, but next season, F4, if I continue commentating F4, could be commentating over you. Every Thursday potentially, but we're a long way from that. So, yeah, keep doing.
The season finish.
Keep doing what you're doing, and
I mean this season. Move them up.
No.
Not when you've got this boiling, and not when you got this boiling away. You
No, it's good
can't.
fun.
We've got a
It's good
great
fun.
championship battle coming up here, so
Yeah.
it's going to be great to see and let it play out. Andy, remember, you need to log on to our Twitter page to vote for Driver of the Day. The comms team no longer chooses it; it's voted for the driver, so voted by the drivers. So please log in to our
If you
Twitter
want
page.
if you want anything, Andy, I am very impressed by you. There you go. I'll vote
If
for
I'm
you if
getting
you're an
moved
option.
up, Jesse, you're getting moved up as well. Damn straight.
Okay. Anyway, guys, that is it from Division 5 tonight. We have had a good race. Like I said, not many, quite a few missing this week, but I'm sure next week we'll be back on track with a full grid again. Tomorrow night, it is RSF1 Brundle bringing you Division 1. Unfortunately, I'm away, so I won't. It's my turn to take a week away from Division 1. Remember, guys, tune in at 8 o'clock tomorrow on the Twitch stream. We're still yet to confirm your co-coms tomorrow, aren't we, Brundle?
Moment is a mystery. I have several. I have several people possibly just haven't had 100% confirmation on it yet. But yeah, I'm back again tomorrow, and then again Thursday, and then I'm going to sleep Friday. So
I will
not
be
being
back
paid.
next week with Division 5.
Slave labour.
No, well, I will be back next week with Division 5 or Division 1. I'm definitely on next week.
Yeah,
at some point.
Cool.
Don't
mind,
for
honestly.
Hungary. Remember, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure to bring you this race and bring you this league for what we do for out of our own time. And until then, until next time, until tomorrow, until next week, whenever you tune back in, it's goodbye from RSF1 Raikkonen, goodbye from RSF1 Brundle. Remember,
Bye.
guys, stay safe, and remember,